Hola, buenos días. Soy Nico.
What did you just say?
Okay, let's just calm down.
Girl?
And today, this is probably going to be the last time you see me in my room for like 2 weeks. Nico, I'm actually about to go catch my flights to Atlanta, then to a different country, then to Brazil because it's like layover. But in that process, I've already gotten my fresh fade. I've packed my clothes. Did get tested because, like I always say, make sure you get tested. I'm sorry, I ripped off the band-aids when I went to the barbershop because I need them all up in my coochie like that. But we move. So, today we're actually going to be talking about something that's becoming more common within the super happy adult fun time cinematography field. Rico Pruitt is retiring. But before we get started on that, if you like this kind of content, make sure to follow me on patreon.com/Nico's Aesthetics for more exclusive lives, weekly videos, and be a part of the podcast, which airs every Thursday at 1:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you would like to be a part of the podcast, make sure to pick any tier on the Patreon that is above closed eye. I basically emphasize that because YouTube has consistently been demonetizing me to the point that it's getting a bit tedious. But they're still running ads and getting money off my videos, so that's why I have to actively advocate for if you want to support the channel, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and support on the Patreon if you can. But let's move on into the actual discussion. Rico Pruitt, if you do not know who he is, he was one of the original stars in a very popular LGBT web series called About Him. He actually blew up in popularity, and from there he was basically convinced to move into actual adult cinematography because in the web series there were simulated super happy adult fun time scenes, but it was never real. So once he grew in popularity and transitioned to actual adult cinematography, he became one of the it boys in the black adult cinematography scene, be it studio, be it OnlyFans. And in that process, he has actively dated other performers so that he could continue working without any complications. For a long period of time, he was with Cash Dinero, and they actually only filmed with each other, which was something that I found interesting, that they immediately went into a monogamous role. And unfortunately, that ended. I'm not going to go into how their relationship played out because I was not a part of their relationship. If anything, I don't think I've actively seen them beefing. Maybe it was because it was before I started this channel. But after they broke up, Cash went into Christianity and got clean off of substances, which he has actively talked about and promoted on his own social media pages. While Rico Pruitt continued to date other performers, I believe he was recently in a relationship, but I don't believe that one worked out. If it did, I apologize for getting that information wrong, and you can completely write that out of this dialogue. But after this recent relationship, he basically came forward to announce to his fan base that he is retiring. I'm going to insert the video here, but I will give just a brief summary if you don't want to sit there and watch it.
Have officially retired. That is no longer who I am. That is a part of my life, of course. The content will stay up on OnlyFans. I'm not promoting it anymore. I appreciate the support, but I want more for myself. Say, for instance, if Kim Kardashian was still doing like porn or the little softcore shit that she was doing with her significant others, a lot of brands, a lot of people wouldn't invest in her. Not saying that, that isn't a part of who she is. I feel like what she's done, she kind of took that and like flipped it, made it a positive, and she's kind of elevated past that. Of course, a lot of people still bring up her past, but that doesn't define who she is. And that's kind of where I'm at with things. I'm ready to move forward. I'm ready to be taken serious within the industry. I'm more than just a nut. And I want y'all to see that. I want y'all to see the like quirky, the funny, the goofy side of me. And I'm getting old. 30 is, in gay years, we're ancient. We're considered, you sit your old ass down somewhere. It ain't cute being fucked and sucked from here to Monday. So, as opposed to a 22-year-old doing it. I'm not knocking nobody. I'm not knocking the old content creators, the ones who do it up until they on dialysis and shit, you know. But
Basically, he's talking about how he's getting older and he wants people to see him as more than just a quick jolly, you know? Because he said he's in his 30s now, and that gay people, when they reach their 30s, they are consistently met with "you're old, you're ancient, you need to sit your old butt down." And unfortunately, ageism in that respect is active in our community because youth and sex appeal is very coveted within our community. So he said, it's not a cute look once you start getting up there, and I want to actually show people that I have more to offer than just my body. And I support it. Nico, I support anyone that wants to actively change their lifestyle for the better in their own perspective. I can't necessarily say what he's going to do going forward will be better for him than what he's doing now, but if he believes that it is, I genuinely support him. I think I said the same thing when Granny Glaze said that he was going to retire and focus on giving back to communities that he's always wanted to help when he was a basketball player, such as kids. I wasn't one of those people that snooted their nose up just because everyone is capable of change, especially when it is revolving around a career and or job rather than just their own base personality traits. So Rico Pruitt, I believe I've seen him in beefs with Fame, who he also dated. I think I covered that where they got into a physical altercation in Fame's car. He's been into a couple of dramas and shenanigans with other performers. So the fact that he's actively said, you know what, I'm going to take a step back. The OnlyFans will still be there if you want to support it, if you still want that content, because hell, I made the content. If you want to go there, it's going to be there. But if not, I'll catch y'all later. And at the end of the day, we can't really judge him for saying, I'm getting up there. I'm getting to the point where I want to say normal lifestyle, but I don't want it to seem like sex work and or adult entertainment is not a valid form of finance. I say normal lifestyle as in a 9 to 5. You don't have erratic schedules. Nico, for example, as a YouTuber and a content creator, I am nocturnal. For example, I have not slept in 24 hours because I've been actively trying to do daytime errands while I'm getting ready for this trip. So I mean, it basically puts you in a different mindset along with time frame than people that have a standard 9 to 5. So him saying he wants to reintegrate back into normal society and possibly find a career in entertainment, I support him because he started off as a traditional actor. I say traditional actor as in web series. He started off trying to get big roles, etc. And it's just that popularity, limelight, and money slowly eased him into the adult cinematography field. So I definitely want to hear your opinions down below. Do you know who Rico Pruitt is? Are you rooting for him to get back into acting because he was a fan favorite in About Him? Do you feel like it's best that he leaves this lifestyle behind? Because like he said, he's not necessarily ashamed of it, but it's just no longer who he is. And I'll even add my own tidbit in. I'm 27. Nico, I'm 27. I started this like a year ago. Content creation. I've been doing YouTube for like 3, maybe 4 years at this point. And even me, I don't necessarily have the libido that I had when I was a little smoochy at 22. So I don't necessarily see myself doing this quote unquote forever either. It's just, yes, the income is nice. Yes, the notoriety is nice. Yes, being hired to appear places, because I've seen Rico Pruitt on multiple flyers, must be nice. But at the end of the day, it's not all it's cracked up to be. I say that strictly because, I mean, even when I was just an Instagram model, let's say, for example, because luckily when I started content creation, I already had YouTube, which basically displayed my personality. When I was just an Instagram model, people usually viewed me as just a sexual object. I remember one guy would actively tell me, is this all you are? Is this all you want to offer the world? When he was actively trying to pursue me based on that image, but also not taking into account that I was also doing YouTube and Twitter, etc. So I blatantly showed my personality. It's just that some people will only see what they want to see in you. And if you try to display anything else, they just dismiss it. So once again, I definitely want to hear your opinions down below. And I will see you guys next time. Probably in a different country. Whoop. And now for a brief yet sincere shout out to some of my OG Third Eye tier subscribers, Big Baby 205 and Southwestern Poppy. Your continued support is greatly appreciated, and thank you once again to everyone who supports the channel. And unfortunately, this week's live stream will be canceled because it does fall on Thanksgiving. But in the meantime, I hope that you guys have fun and have good food with your friends and family and your founded family, and that you stay safe during the holidays.